Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mayfield on first down. Flushed out right. He'll run it, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Regular.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he will not get there as they stopped him short right around the 34-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now Drake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go, here we go. Squeeze. Hey, come on. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Check.
Ah!
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 22, Murray flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign in Oklahoma. He's got the 1st down.
I would have been pissed.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Check, 59. Hey, man, watch the boot.
First down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So many connections between the two quarterbacks in this game, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Both Heisman Trophy winners. Obviously, you've got the Oklahoma connection. Both #1 overall picks. Both also won a state title in high school in the state of Texas. And neither guy is a very tall quarterback. Baker Mayfield at 6'1", Kyler Murray just at 5'10".
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
20 set, 180. That's the way. Watch tight end, watch tight end.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive #1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
To throw, it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. From the 24, Murray. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they work this out past the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Well, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He may try and run for this. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it, being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
31's the mic all day, punk. 31's the mic.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 13. Tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check three, check three, check three.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check girls, check girls, check.
Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking,
rush coming, and he's taken down. B.J. Goodson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
God, fucking damn it, man.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Murray. It's complete to Drake. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Oh, God.
Play fake. Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check back, check back.
Play action. Now it's
Yo,
Murray.
get
And he's
the
taken
fuck
down.
out of
This will be
here.
a Brown sack. Mack Wilson Leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. And he almost had him defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin this drive with Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
That's one of mine going on.
58, Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. King.
Mayfield on 3rd down from his end zone.
Good fucking
And he's
throw.
got his man. That's Landry. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Good throw.
And he'll take it into the end
He
zone
get beat,
for
but
a
he's not
Browns
even hurt.
touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Right back to Dre. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Mayfield. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
He's checking.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the twist.
Buzz.
23.
Hey, alert 33.
Watch the run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
1st down, Mayfield. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Hey, team 6.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I did not mean to back them up
A
like
two-score
that.
game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Oh, my God.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And he completes it to Hunt. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's got it. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start the drive with Drake. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 99 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly. Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
I don't know how you thought the fullback will have that down if he do it all the time.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep from Beckham. This is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, my God.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And that's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the
told
case,
you I had to get
but
you
by
back
being
in
able
and
to
really
adjust
beat
to
the shit out of
anything they tried to
I
throw
didn't
out
like that.
and beating them to the punch each and every time.
I
This
didn't
was a
like that.
defense that was well prepared.
Kyle Allen played like ass. That shit was making me so mad with Brittany to play. It's an out routes and shit. I don't like shit like that. It's just weak, man.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams
I don't know what
want to do
happened. You
that.
started out hot as a motherfucker. I was like, yeah.
And we were
I
losing
said
late
the
in the
Browns
game
gonna
like
be
this,
number
and you
one
knew it was
seed,
lost. It was over, right?
guaranteed.
And the coach called a running
You
play.
started out hot. I was like,
Pretty much said to
yeah, that's the
everyone,
old red
I want to see
I said, yeah,
something
you gonna be
executed
hot.
well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and
I mean,
maybe we
you
can look
still
at that
like
and say,
number two.
we'll get better as we go forward.
I mean, you still like, well, I mean,
You gotta give
AFC
kudos
West
to
is
your
the only
offensive
other
line and the
conference.
guy carrying the ball
They're
because
all
they
like
were in a
9
second
and
and long
4.
situation. It
Besides
seemed
that,
pretty
you
dire,
still get in.
but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now it's Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Damn.
What we got?
I think he owes him that for running over the field.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Arizona, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew,
yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality.
Yeah.